folks, I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country, where I react to non-pop country music. And Tom T. Hall is non-pop, absolutely. It's the song The Hitchhiker that I'm reacting to. And it was requested by John Lewandowski. So John, thank you for that suggestion, my friend. Let me swap hats. Thank you, Dave and Christine, for the Stetson and the clock behind me. I don't know this song, but Tom T is known as the storyteller, and that's among storytellers. I mean, John Prine is right up there and so on, but Tom T, here we go.
I don't know why it is every time I take a trip, it's always raining somewhere down the line. This particular night was in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. I stopped to give a country boy a ride.
Pause. I heard Kentucky. That's where my girlfriend's from. Da 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 da. She's up here in Jersey, but Kentucky. Let us continue.
I saw him running toward the car. He carried an old suitcase. A cigarette was dangling from his lips. He threw the suitcase in the back, and as he got inside, he said, "I'm sorry, but I'm awful wet." I said, "Where are you headed, kid?" And he said, "To Louisville." Said he had an uncle there who ran a store. Said his daddy died 3 weeks ago, and they didn't own the place, and they said he couldn't live there anymore.
Oh, boy.
He said his education was that he could read and write. He quit school the time his dad got hurt. Ain't much goes on in Prestonsburg, and he was 17, and he had to go someplace to find some work. He talked about the girl whose father had a lot of money. He said he'd send and get her if he could. His daddy taught him all there was about tobacco farming, and he said he played the banjo pretty good.
Banjo.
We stopped to get a sandwich, and the waitress brought the menu, and I noticed that he read the prices first. He ordered him a hot dog with a lot of table ketchup, and water seemed to satisfy his thirst. Well, it took a while, but I insisted that I pay the ticket, excused myself, and went out to the car. He came out, got in the car, and he handed me a quarter, and he said, "You left this laying on the bar."
Oh, good tip.
I dropped him off in Lexington and drove down to Bowling Green, and I thought, boy, you'll never make it without help. And then I got to thinking about the days when I was younger, and I started out the same darn way myself. Well, I don't know why it is every time I take a trip, it's always raining somewhere down the line.
Oh, that's brilliant. It's raining on someone else's life somewhere. Not just temporarily, but their lives are really hard. And you can see what I said in the beginning. He's known as the storyteller. Red Savine is a storyteller, but Tom T is up there with the elite of the elite. This one just ropes you in. You're like, where's it going? And we humans we're wired for story. We love stories, and we don't want to be let down at the end of one. We want it to make sense in some way or surprise us. And this one here just had just the way he told it, and the instrumentation was upbeat. It was sort of happy. Had the harmonica on top, and the piano was in, and then the bass was moving right along, and the way he sang it was just sort of upbeat in a way. But it was just telling the story. You could see it. You could just see the guy eating a hot dog with a lot of ketchup on it, and you have a mind picture of the clothes that he's wearing, though they're wet. And then he hands him back the quarter that he took off the counter. He's like, oh, he left that as a tip for the waitress because he has extra money to leave, but this guy doesn't know about that. The hitchhiker doesn't. But he's going on down the road and there's going to be a hitchhiker somewhere else. But he's a good dude. You know, that's one of the things you get. He's not only picking people up to give them a ride, but he's thinking back to when he was younger. And I could think of some moments in my younger life when a stranger, did something nice for me. And one time a bike tire had popped and I was at a gas station and I didn't have the money to give the gas station guy, it was $3 to fix the tube, to give me a new tube in it. And then this just stranger was there, saw my situation, and he said, here you go, kid, here's $3, you could give it back to me, you know, next time you see me. He knew I would never see him again, but I'm thinking, okay, you know, he's an adult, so he knows I'll see him again. But when you get a little bit older, you're like, that dude knew I'd never see him again. He just made me feel better about the possibility of giving it back to him, but he knew I would never do it because I didn't know him. Just a nice thing to do, and this is him in this story. Yeah, John, anytime anybody suggests Tom T. Hall, you know you're in for a story. And this album, storyteller, poet, philosopher, assuming that's an album. But all right, I'm going to rate this one. And the number that popped into my head was a 9.1. It probably should be a lot higher, but it's so different. It's got me enthralled. The instrumentation was brilliant for this thing. You didn't leave sad. You left kind of happy, even though the dude had a sad life. But it was a nice moment. So, all right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. See you on another video and keep rocking the country.